Hello. And you? Yeah? You touch judge?
Yeah.
Just make sure any tries in the corner.
I'll be there.
I want you there. Okay?
Thank you.
Enjoy. You touch judge? Yeah? You touch judge?
Yes.
Any tries going for the corner? Make sure you get there. Okay? Because it's going to be tight. Okay? Thank you.
To the captain. Congratulations, the Golden Lions. Let's hear it for the Golden Lions! Ladies and gentlemen, now we proceed to the ball final. And it's currently on the pitch, the ball final of the 2014 Safari Cup Sevens. Germany versus Sharks. This is the ball final of this year's Safari Cup Sevens.
You going left? Left? Yeah? Okay. Ready, Black? Gray?
And we kick off the ball final pitting Germany against the Sharks. The aerial contest there eliciting a knock-on from the Germans. It's going to be a scrum down, Sharks put in. Lining up for Germany is Anto Buchmann, Carlos Soteras, Robert Hitters, Rafael Dirash, Oliver Payne, Umberto Pila, Phil Chesney, Leonard Becker, Bastian Himmer, Sam Ranger, Fabian Hempes, and Clemens von Grambaum. Lining up for the Sharks. Lining up for the Sharks. There's a bit of an offline joke here, but lining up for the Sharks is Cameron Dunlop, Cizo Maseko, Dylan Nail, Duncan Campbell, Andrew Holland, Jacques Fick, Jongi Nokwe, JB Hunes, Kyle Williamson, Lotta Pistorius, Lex Botha, and KD Fisher. The scores are 0-0 after 1 minute 5 seconds of the match.
Head, lower tackle, lower.
Quickly taken penalty there by Carlos Soteras. Just looking to keep the ball alive for Germany.
Release!
That 50-50 ball now. This is anybody's ball, but there's someone back home for Germany. No.
Germans not looking as sharp as they looked in the earlier game. Perhaps just getting the fatigue setting in.
And Cizo Maseko just displaying his soccer skills there to just put the ball past his German marker, gather the ball and score a try that puts the Sharks ahead 5-0.
You know, Mike, it always is easy to forget that this is actually rugby football, and a couple of soccer skills goes a long way to completing a full rugby player.
Okay.
Clearly, the try scored by the Sharks there demonstrates all that.
Okay.
Sultry speed,
behind,
great kicking ability, and of course with speed to boot. Germany retrieve the ball straight from the kickoff. Loose tackle, just allowing the Germans to make a lot of gainway. Great running being shown there by Clemens von Grambaum. Germans have actually shown time and time again in this tournament their ability to spread the ball, their awareness, and the ability to execute. Skipping the ball at the center. An absolute beauty of a try by Carlos Soteras. Germany back in the game. Germany 5, Chelsea Sharks 7.
And that was a well-worked try. Carlos Sotera at the end of it, bringing Germany back in the game with the conversion to come.
Conversion good, so Germans draw even 5-all. Can see Carlos Sotera picking the ball right there, understanding the gap was enough for him to move on through, did not hesitate, took his chances and try time.
But it also required him to be moving at a certain velocity. Any slower and
probably have gotten nailed by a shark. Germans retrieve their kickoff. Looking more like the German team that we've come to get used to in the tournament. Sotera as a try scorer.
Release two.
This time runs out of space.
Own man, own man.
The Germans just have this ability to make gravity sevens look so simple. Great passing there between Sotera's final ball, getting to the hands of Fabian Heimpers. And good try there for Germany.
They've been efficient in their usage of the balls for space as well.
We'd actually almost said that parity has been restored, normal service. The Germans definitely boasting on through the game, looking much more composed now.
Indeed, when you consider the try that they conceded, it was a soft try. Their tries have been well-worked tries.
And they're very lucky to be playing rugby in Europe, these Germans. I do recall a couple of years back, a West African team sent the entire soccer team to a military barracks for getting knocked out of a tournament. That's how people take sports seriously in some parts of Africa. That was a presidential decree.
Scrum, Gray.
So there will be a scrum put in. A little under 2 minutes left on the clock. The Germans are slowly taking charge of this duel. Sharks with the scrum put in the grey shade of the shirt, playing from right to left on your screen. Right, now that's something we've seen over and over again in this tournament. Picking the ball from the scrum, running onto the blind and just gaining acres of space. Slight hesitation from the other scrum half allows the Sharks to almost score a try. Pretoria's Lotter, the one who actually had the eye for the gap, but on the ensuing rack didn't give the Germans a chance to legally play for the ball. So that piece of great play just amounts to nothing.
No. He was first man. Halfway.
And just looking at the clock on the screen, it's amazing how time has flown. We were just kicking off this game 7 minutes ago. It has been entertaining. The Sharks going ahead, but two well-worked tries from the Germans, putting them ahead 14-7 with the first half slowly coming to a close.
Has indeed been very exciting. And the man who scored the first try looks like he's well on course to score his second. Try good. Sharks get back into it. Try scorer Maseko Sizo. Conversion attempt by the Sharks will be the last piece of action in the first half. And the kick was good. Campbell Duncan adds the extra 2 points, so it's even, dead even at the interval. Germany 14, Chelsea Sharks 14.
Ons gevoel dat wij die Bälle wegschmeißen. Wir müssen die halten. Keine 50 Schuss. First of all, everyone good to go for another minute, 2 minutes at least. Wir haben die Ball im Griff. Selber wieder ins Spiel. They're not committing at the rucks. So if you get in your 9, pin them, then play the pass.
Okay? You're on them, the ball, okay? Hold on to the ball and control the game. They can't live with us, okay? Play on one same time, okay? Make them chase shadows, boys. Make them chase shadows. The changes, half time. Sammy, you're off. Good work. Ollie, you're on. Everyone shifts out. Buster goes to centre. Bubs at 10. And Anyo's on for
The breakdown, if we get them on the edges, let's counteract it.
Right, just keep playing. Don't go into our shells.
Komm, ey!
Hold the ball.
Es ist Finale, komm, 7 Minuten! 7 Minuten, komm! Minuten!
30! Side, please, side. Okay. Ready, Gray? Black.
Second half being kicked off by the Germans. Right to left on your screen. Deep high ball by Fabian Hempes. The Sharks almost make a meal of it. Lot of space being given to the Sharks. It'll be a clear foot race to the try line. Great running ability being shown by both sets of teams. That goes dead.
Yep, nice.
But you just have to love the determination of the Sharks player, KD Fisher, chasing that ball right into the end goal before it just bounced out and went dead.
Away two.
Fisher not up to any fishy business, just straight at running. It is indeed a Sunday, blessed Sunday to everyone catching us from wherever you are across the globe. This is the ball final of the 2014 Safaricom Safari Sevens tournament. We're at the business end of the tournament. Just 3 more games left. Next after this will be the plate final. Then we'll have the 3rd, 4th place playoff before we get to the big one, the main cup final. Welsh Warriors making their maiden appearance at the event have definitely just toppled the pecking order.
And as we speak, Jacques Fick has extended the scores for the Sharks with a try.
Thank you, Mike, for that timely reminder. As I was saying earlier, Welsh Warriors against the pecking order have managed to get into the final. They will face a very fluid and decent-looking Argentina outfit. But all that will be in the next hour, so just stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We can actually deliver bedpan to wherever you are as well. Conversion exquisitely pinpoint. The Sharks extend their lead 21 points to 14.
Germany 14 with the honor of the car registration number QES676R.
Ball knocked on, so there will be a scrum put in for the Germans.
676R.
The Germans working on taking the line out.
No, it's from a line out. I didn't call anything.
The sign looked clear to have been a scrum put in. Not too certain exactly what consultations were done with the referee there, but the game still continues. Germans still in possession, preferring to go to the shorter side, trying to draw in the Sharks players, then exploiting any available space in the open. Again, electing to go to the shorter side. This time they get the ball turned over. Sharks gallant in defending. This time the German player judged not to have released the ball upon hitting the deck.
Line out, Gray. Black here.
Fresh set of wheels coming in for the Germans. Rafael Dirac coming in, replacing Sam Ringer.
In the 15. Knock on. Scrum, Black.
Bit of a stop-start affair in the second half. Not as fluid and free-flowing as it was in the first half.
Set. Go.
The Sharks just looking marginally decent. The Germans this time electing to go out wide from first base. Great shrug off there. Nice fend. Good support play coming in. The Germans almost getting the pass through. Great defense. Good line speed by the Sharks. And they actually managed to turn the ball off. The referee looks to be pointing at the Sharks player. He may have been ahead of the ball kicker before the ball was kicked.
Offside.
Yes, and indeed he called it'll actually be a penalty for the Germans. For the Sharks player who was ahead of the kicker.
Okay. Scrum.
So it'll be penalty all the way back in the 10-meter line. The Germans need to have a little bit more dynamism. They're looking a bit lethargic, just jogging back to the spot.
Option.
They like to take the scrum put in as opposed to having the penalty within the 22-meter area.
Crouch. Binds. Set. Go.
Early foot in by the Sharks, gifting the Germans with the penalty. Although the ball didn't look like it had been put in straight.
Move tackler.
Great strength being displayed there by Rafael Dirac. The Germans are back on the upsurge. Good running. Pass just almost rolling off the fingertips. Hunter Buckman did very well to get himself in an attacking position, but the pass that was going to get the Germans into the try box did not come as expected. So there'll be a scrum put in. With less than 2 minutes left on the clock, you get a feeling that the Sharks may actually have had this game wrapped, Mike.
Jules, let's cross. Let's drive straight. Yeah? You're going in and across. Yeah? Just go straight. That's it.
Well, indeed, just in reference to your comment, Hillary, you feel that the Sharks have done just enough to go home with a bowl title at the Safaricom Sevens.
Slight niggle of the shoulder there. Doesn't look too serious. So we'll be able to resume the game. Sharks just taking their time, not in a hurry to put the ball in. They already have the lead. They have the ball possession. And there's less than a minute left to play. Germans lucky getting the penalty call to their advantage. They've got numbers off the right. Quick retake. Sharks just cutting, throwing in very many bodies in there. This time much better by Anto Bachmann. Sharks just ensuring that the try is scored at the corner, making the conversion attempt a bit tighter. So less than 30 seconds left. This will be a telling kick. And the Germans look to have tied this. So we look to be going to sudden death extra time.
Talk about
unless the referee can allow the kickoff to be done. No, it will be sudden death extra time, Mike.
Yes, it will. Just talk about German efficiency. They just kept their heads even with the scores against them. Scoring at the corner, the conversion was crucial, and the way it was coolly slotted in. Wow.
I'm certain that the cards are definitely being decked in favor of the Germans. I mean, it is a Sunday, so time to be a bit spiritual. You do recall that some of the initial missionaries in Kenya were Germans, so maybe just paying tribute to Ludwig Kraft and Johann Redmann, that's enough of the spirituality. We'll still have the extra time set to come.
True indeed. Scores tied at 21-all. We're going into sudden death extra time.
Boys, we fucking got this.
Yeah, boys, come on, boys.
You on the field, you make the difference, right?
Yeah,
You control all it takes. Go, boys. 1 minute.
Come, shut people here. Come on. Okay? Go.
This is the first half of sudden death extra time. Remember, a late try by Anton Bookman bringing Germany level with the Sharks after trailing 21-14. I think, Hillary, the team that keeps its head is going to win this game. However, it could also just take a moment of madness to win this game.
Clear level of discipline. This is where everything that you've had on the training ground comes into play. Execution will be imperative, and cool heads most important and very critical. Playing on that was the try scorer, Anton Buckman, the one who scored the try that got us into sudden death extra time.
But just let down by his footing. Importantly, Germany keeping the ball alive. They have men out wide. Will they use them, or can the Sharks close out the space? This is a determined Germany going to score, and they win this game in sudden death extra time. Talk about a remarkable comeback, Hillary.
The Germans have it. 2 words. Absolute sublime. The Sharks absolutely gutted. Were leading up until the final seconds of the game. And the Germans just look to have some tricks in their hat. Pulling out all stops, ensuring that they win this one. Very deserved win to them. First time into Nairobi, silverware to boot, getting back into Germany. They will be excited about their performance, Mike.
And I'm sure they'll tell the people of Nairobi, Danke prima. Thank you very much.
The Germans heading straight for the presentation, heading to receive their bowl trophy. But first, they'll clap out the Sharks players before they receive their Safari 7's 2014 bowl trophy. The victorious German team heading to receive their bowl trophy. Inset on your picture is the Honorary Secretary of the Kenya Rugby Union, Eddie Omondi. The Germans making their maiden appearance at the Safari Sevens tournament, successful with the ball win. And inset in your picture is the jubilant German captain receiving the trophy. And they'll be very, very elated at this performance. Congratulations to the Germans. We hope to see them next year. They have been quite entertaining, and the crowd are acknowledging the entertainment value that they've been able to enjoy from the Germans from yesterday running into today.